Today I want to talk about what the passport bros get right and what they get wrong. Okay, guys, that's what I want to get into. Okay.
One of my good buddies and popular dating coaches on here, Alpha Male Strategies, just made a very powerful video called "The Passport Bros Are Just Walking Simps." Now, of course, when I looked at the video, I was expecting a scathing rant against the passport bros. And what I found out was something different. He actually agrees with the passport bros on certain situations. And I want to break this video up into two parts. What he does agree with, and then what he doesn't agree with. Let's go with what he agrees with. Let's play that clip.
I think we all have seen, I've said stuff about the passport bros. But one thing about me, guys, is I can admit when I'm wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong. I'm a critical thinker. I don't follow the masses. Okay? So after watching Austin Holloman, a couple of his videos and stuff, getting this logic, today I want to talk about what the passport bros get right and what they get wrong. Number one, guys, the passport bros have been said to be weak if they don't want to compete for American women, or, they losers if they can't get American women. Okay. I see the logic in that, but I also see the logic in the passport bros logic. Their logic is not that I can't get women. Their logic is I am not going to put up with these American women's bullshit. That's their logic. Fresh and Fit, me, a couple other guys been critical of the passport bros. I want y'all guys to hear the hypocrisy in all of our statements, what we've said about the passport bros, including myself. Fresh and Fit podcast, shout out to my brothers Fresh and Fit, is basically bringing some crazy women on their platform and exposing how crazy and delusional they are. That's their platform.
We will respectfully. That's not fair, my man.
You get off the show.
No, Kay.
All right, get out of the show.
Kay.
You can leave. Oh, she's
Kay,
crazy now.
get back on. Kay.
All right, she got it. Look at this.
Who do you think?
Kay, get back
This is
on,
excellent
bitch.
content right now.
It is.
It is.
Kay, get back on.
Subscribe to my OnlyFans.
Yo. Okay.
Kay, get back on. Get back on.
No,
bitch.
she's leaving. She's
I
out.
don't care.
You bring some women on there, you ask them some questions to find out what's their standards, how much money their man has to make, all this, but how tall he has to be, how big his dick has to be, how long, how good his stamina has to be, what's his 40-yard dash, all this goddamn shit, right? Then you hear these delusional bitches on their show, and then you turn right around, and then you say, tell the passport bros, y'all some bitches, y'all don't want to tolerate this.
You know a man ain't shit when all these women in America, millions and millions of women, and nobody wants you, and you gotta go way to another country so somebody can want you. That's sad. Hell, they ain't gonna want you either.
Dude, literally your whole platform is centered around talking about how crazy and delusional these bitches is. And then you could critique, me included. I'm not excusing myself, guys. Me too. I've been critical of them too. I've been critical of the passport bros too. I'm not trying to say, oh, they did it. They did it. No, I did it too. I'm owning it. I did it too. You can't have a platform that's centered around bringing delusional bitches on your platform and then telling guys, oh, you're pussies if you don't want to deal with this shit. You just made their point. If you look at Fresh and Fit platform, their platform makes the passport bros point. If you guys watch Kevin Samuels, rest in peace to the Godfather, if you watch Kevin Samuels' channel before he passed, he's making the passport bros point. Now, I don't think Kevin ever said nothing about the passport bros. I don't think they got big until Austin came around. But the point being is, Kevin had 30,000 people watching him. Kevin blew up, had major platforms, No Jumper, Joe Budden, T.I., Vlad TV, all brought him on there to discuss the delusion of women and their standards. And then out the same mouth, you got guys in the manosphere, not Kevin, but guys in the manosphere who then turn right around and tell the passport bros, man, y'all some y'all don't tolerate this shit. when y'all guys have seen at least Fresh and Fit have nice hot women on there. Kevin used to have some 4s and 5s.
That's none of your business. I told you I was fat.
Oh, okay. We don't play that shit on my channel. You get your big fat ass on somewhere then. I don't deal with you big sassy ass broads.
Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Bitch, don't kill my vibe.
Call the show. Call the show talking about they want a man who make $1 million a year. You can't make this shit up. Shout out to Godfather. You can't make this shit up. At least I would give the benefit to Fresh and Fit, the girls on Fresh and Fit platform. At least some of them, not all. They have some scalawags on there too. But some of them at least have the sexual market value to demand a high value man. Kerry used to have some bitch on there that I wouldn't fuck with my enemy dick.
Now, after looking at that clip, we all know the dating coach community and the passport bro community are diametrically opposed to one another, because the dating coach community is associated with the larger red pill community or larger manosphere community. And the manosphere talks about female nature. They also talk about modern women, which was coined by Kevin Samuels. And again, he makes a great point. When you turn on Fresh and Fit and they bring in these ladies, and many times these ladies are stereotypes of what these, people are talking about as far as men. Yeah, they're delusional, they're entitled. If you look at Kendra G's show, it's the same thing. If you look at Kevin Samuel's show, and what he said was 100% true, most men are like, why am I going to stay here and deal with that? So then as a person, on average, why do I want to pay for a dating coach service to improve my chances to deal with a woman that sees the world from this particular lens? So shit, I gotta get the hell away from women who think like this, because I'm not saying that all women are thinking like this, but for a lot of men, enough women think like that. So I need to just get up out of here. But where does he hold passport bros accountable? Let's look at what he disagrees with, and let's play part 2.
Now, I want to talk about what they get wrong. What the passport bros get wrong is the same way you go to these other countries and you get bulk cooperation, you get it here. The standard has just changed. You have to be a high value man these days. Due to social media, women have more options and access to the high value man. So the guys, so listen, you do the you want to do. I'm tired of talking to you, motherfucker. Do what the hell you want to do. I'm tired of, I'm not going to beg you, do the hell you want to do. I am telling you now, in this day and age, the day of just being a warehouse worker, scraping by, getting by, you're going to struggle with women. I'm just letting you know. The bar has been raised. The day of you being able to make 40, 50 grand a year, and you can't compete with the men these days with that. What the y'all think these girls going getting all these bodies done and stuff shit? Because they trying to compete. That's why, listen, once a few girls started going getting these BBLs and all this shit, Brazilian butt lifts and all this other shit and liposuction and shit, then all the other girls got to follow suit to compete. When America developed the nuclear bomb, Russia said, hell, we got to build one too. We got to compete. When Russia built their little Sputnik, well, that damn shit, what that shit was, Sputnik spaceship. America said, shit, we got to get some spaceships in space too. We got to compete. The bar for men, as in getting laid, it's changed. It's completely changed. You got to be on your shit today, so you just can't compete with other men these days. Because women have too much access to men with more resources today. That's just what it is. So if you want to be a struggling guy that goes over and you go to Brazil, and the standard over there might be cheaper than what it is over here, but that's just what it is. The same way you get that bulk cooperation over there, you get it over here, it just takes more. Over there, maybe you get it with 40. Over here, you probably need 140. That's what it is. I don't make the rules. That's what it is.
So guys, what he's talking about in this particular clip is something that is very, very serious. I want to say this because look at what's going on in the United States of America. In the United States of America, everything is rising fast. Cost of living, investments, retirement is looming. All of these things are looming in the United States. So a lot of women understand that. That's why there is a push for a lot of men who women feel can take care of them. This is why you see so many BBLs, so many, breast implants and things like that. And then the guy who is, the average guy, and I'm an average guy too, if you want to be honest, but those guys were more popular after World War II and the Eisenhower administration, when we start building roads and we start building factories, and guys in the black community were coming over in the Great Migration from the South to Chicago, to Detroit, to Oakland, to Philadelphia. The average guy could make it then if you had a house that was $10,000 and you were making $5,000 a year. I mean, to go to medical school in the 60s at Columbia University, I believe was only $1,500 a year. So those were a great time in our country because the average guy was actually above average. He could afford to have a wife, and in some cases a stay-at-home wife, and put all his kids through college and have a pension or a retirement and still live fairly well. In today's world, that's not the case. You need a lot of investment in things like that. Now, he's making a straight point when he's saying that most men need to be top percentage of guys in earning to keep a lady or to compete with the guys at the top. That's true. If you go to Brazil, Dominican Republic, and you can maintain a certain level of income, you can get it. But he's also saying that you can also get that in America if you were more successful. I think that is definitely very true. When you're going overseas, you do have certain levels of restrictions too. When you live in another country, sometimes you can get scammed. You can get used. There are a whole bunch of horror stories that you can get when you're not living in the country and something happens to you overseas. Those things are automatically true too. But maybe everybody doesn't want to be like that. Maybe some guys are not motivated by making $140,000 a year or $200,000 a year or $300,000 a year. I think there are even guys who can achieve that and might be having some level of the same experience. I think overall, if you were a man and you made $300,000 a year in America, the $1 million question is this in the room, because you're going to pay either way, right? He's already talked about that. The $1 million question in the room is, would you get as much value for your money in America as the guy who's making $40,000 a year in the Philippines? I think that's the actual question. And I'm pretty sure that the guy with $300,000 a year on average is dealing with more female toxicity than a man who has a wife or a girlfriend in the Philippines making $40,000 a year, or in Brazil, or in Uganda, or Kenya, or Nigeria, or Indonesia, wherever. So that's what we're looking at. Value for the money. And again, I get what he's saying. Staying in America, it's great, but America has a certain level of crime. It's a certain level of, issues. You see what's going on with the, kind of the transgender thing. A lot of guys don't feel comfortable with that. But ultimately what he's saying is, most guys have to be more successful in order to get the woman they want almost anywhere in the world. So guys, what do you think? Subscribe, hit the bell. It's another episode here of Fair Use. It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson. I'm out.